What if I told you the government of Canada has quietly set aside hundreds of thousands of dollars specifically for first-time home buyers in Canada, and most people walking into the deals right now have absolutely no idea that they're available? We're not talking about one program, we're talking about 5 programs. And when you layer them the right way, you could be looking at well over $200,000 in tax-free money, rebates, and savings, all available to you right now at this very moment. I'm breaking down every single one of them today, what they are, exactly how much you get, and most importantly, how to actually put them together. Because knowing the programs is one thing, but knowing how to stack them, well, that's where the real money actually is. Stay with me for this one because this is going to be worth your time. I'm Shameer Arain. I'm a Toronto real estate broker for 16 years in this market, working with buyers and sellers all across the GTA every single day. When I bought my first property back in 2008, I had to figure this out the hard way. Unfortunately, nobody sat me down and said, here's the money that's available to you, here's how you could use it, and here's what to look out for. I just had to figure it out all by myself. This is exactly why I make these videos, so you walk in prepared and not playing catch up. All right, let's jump right into it. Program number 1, the First Home Buyer Savings Account, the FHSA. This is the crown jewel of the entire list. And honestly, I'm actually shocked by how many buyers aren't using it. Here's how it works. You contribute up to $8,000 a year, $40,000 lifetime. Every dollar that you put into this is tax deductible, same as a RRSP. And when you pull that money out to buy your home, it comes out completely tax-free. Zero tax, nothing. Tax deductible going in and tax-free coming out. That combination does not exist anywhere else in the entire Canadian tax system currently. This program was literally designed to be the most powerful savings tool ever created for first-time home buyers. And people are actually sleeping on this program. Here's the detail that most people actually miss. If you didn't max out your contributions in the previous year, you can carry that room forward. For example, if you put in $3,000 last year, you can contribute $13,000 this year. You're absolutely not penalized for starting late, but you do need to have the account open for the clock to start. And that's the move. Open up that account today, even if you just put in $100, because the clock starts the day you open it, not the day you fund it. Program number 2, the Home Buyers Plan, the HBP. This one actually lets you reach into your RRSP, the retirement savings you've been building for years, and pull it up to $60,000 completely tax-free to use directly towards your down payment of your new home. If you're buying with a partner, that's $120,000 combined. Now, yes, you do have to pay it back, but let's put that into perspective for a quick second. You get 15 years to do so, and there's actually been a temporary relief measure introduced where if you're using the HBP between 2022 and 2028, you don't even have to start repaying it until 5 years after your withdrawal, which is absolutely amazing. So for example, if you pull it out in 2026, you've got it until 2031 before your first repayment actually kicks in. That's a real runway. Now here's where this plan gets powerful. You could stack the Home Buyers Plan directly on top of your FHSA. As a couple, between these two programs put together alone, you're potentially sitting on $200,000 in tax advantage funds for your down payment. $200,000? That is not a small number by any means. That number changes what you can buy and how you can buy. Okay, so now that I've walked you through both programs, I need to spend 60 seconds on how to actually use them together because the order actually matters here, and most people get this completely wrong. Here's the rule: FHSA first, RSP second, always. Why? Because the FHSA wins in terms. No repayment ever. The RRSP through the Home Buyers Plan is also tax-free on the way out, but you do have to pay it back within 15 years. You miss a year of payment, that amount gets added back into your taxable income, unfortunately. So the FHSA is definitely a cleaner and better tool, so use it first. That said, the RRSP is not irrelevant by any means. A lot of GTA homebuyers in their 30s and 40s have been building their RSPs for years without thinking about it as a home buying tool by any means. The Home Buyers Plan, the HBP, that lets you unlock that money. You just want to make sure you exhaust your FHSA room first and then layer the RSP on top of that. One more thing worth knowing: if you have money sitting in your TFSA, your tax-free savings account right now, you can transfer it right into your first-time home buyer savings account within your contribution limits and actually pick up that tax deduction you never got when you first saved it. You're essentially converting the savings you already have into tax deductible savings. That's a legitimate optimization not enough people are doing. And the one to watch out on, the RSP. There's a 90-day seasoning rule. Any money you contribute to your RSP needs to sit there for at least 90 days before you can pull it out under the Home Buyers Plan. If you're planning to top up your RSP specifically for your down payment, make sure you plan ahead. Do not do it 2 weeks before closing. The stacking order for this, the FHSA maxed first, then the RRSP via the HBP, then the TSFA if you need more. If this is done right, all as a couple, you're looking at serious down payment firepower like never before. And every dollar of it is working efficiently as possible for you. Program number 3, the land transfer tax rebates. I love this one every single time because it's generally free money essentially, and it catches people off guard. When you buy in Ontario as a first-time home buyer, you get up to $4,000 back in your provincial land transfer tax just for qualifying. No application process, no drama, no hoops. It's applied right at closing. But if you're buying in the city of Toronto specifically, there's a second layer. Toronto charges its own municipal land transfer tax on top of the provincial one. The first-time homebuyers get up to $4,475 back on it as well. So if you're buying in the city of Toronto, you're looking at over $8,000 back in your pocket on closing day. That could be legal fees covered, moving costs covered. That's definitely a buffer in your closing adjustments, just for being a first-time home buyer. Program number 4, first-time home buyers tax credit. This is a quick one, and I want to be clear about the confusion on this one because I hear it constantly. People actually hear $10,000 tax credit and think they're going to get a $10,000 check in the mail. It's not how it works. What it actually means is you can claim up to $10,000 on your tax return the year you buy, and that works out to be about $1,500 back in your pocket. It's not life-changing by any means, but it is something. Here's the thing though, it literally takes 5 minutes to claim when you file your taxes. 5 minutes and $1,500. Most people forget to do it. Don't be that person. One smart move though, if you're buying with a partner, don't automatically split the credit. Think about who claims it strategically. The higher income earner will typically get more value out of it. This tiny optimization is completely free, and it just takes one conversation with your accountant. It's a small win, it's an easy one, make sure you claim it. Program number 5, and this is a huge one, the HST GST rebates. And this is one I genuinely need you to pay attention to because it changed everything for anyone buying new construction in Ontario. We're talking about the new GST and HST rebates on newly built homes. And when you stack the federal and provincial programs together, eligible first-time homebuyers can now save up to $130,000 on a new build, one purchase and one closing. Let me break this down a little bit further because there are 2 distinct layers for this. Layer number 1, the federal GST rebate. This one became law in March 2026. It eliminates the full 5% federal GST on any new builds priced up to $1 million. That's up to $50,000 in savings removed from your closing costs entirely. For homes between $1 million and $1.5 million, the rebate phases out gradually. Layer number 2, the Ontario Provincial HST rebate. Ontario announced as part of the 2026 budget, they're rebating the full 8% provincial portion of the HST on any new homes up to $1 million. Now that's up to $80,000 in additional savings. Same structure, homes between $1 million and $1.5 million will get a phased rebate. Now let's stack them together. The $50,000 federal plus the $80,000 provincial, that's $130,000 off a single new home purchase for being a first-time home buyer. Now specifically, the rules matter here, and I want you to know them. The federal rebate covers purchase agreements signed on or after March 20th, 2025. The Ontario Enhanced Rebate applies to agreements signed between April 1, 2026 and March 31st, 2027. So depending on when your deal was signed, different programs will kick in, and the combination available to you may differ. Your realtor and your real estate lawyer will need to be on top of this at the time of signing, not closing, at the signing. You also need to be moving in as your primary residence. If you're buying as an investment, these rebates do not apply to you the same way. And here's the part that actually hurts people in most cases. The builder has already factored in the rebate into your purchase price. They're assuming you qualify for these rebates. Well, if you don't, you owe the money back on closing day. And I've actually seen buyers hit with a $30,000, even $40,000 surprise they never saw coming. It's painful and it's avoidable. Know your eligibility before you sign anything. This program, on top of everything else we covered today, has genuinely changed what's possible for first-time home buyers in this market. The math on new construction is completely different now than it was even 18 months ago. All right, before I wrap this up, I want to give you a quick reality check because these programs are exciting, but the numbers on the ground still matter. The minimum down payment in Canada, 5% for the first $500,000, 10% on anything above that. And on a $700,000 condo, you're looking at roughly about $45,000 down before you even think about closing costs. Budget another 1.5 to 3% on top of your purchase price for land transfer taxes, legal fees, title insurance, and adjustments. It adds up faster than people expect. There's also the mortgage stress test, which qualifies you at a rate higher than what you can actually pay. That can ever so quietly trim your budget without you even realizing it. That's exactly why I tell every buyer, get their pre-approval before you fall in love with any property first and foremost. 2 mistakes I see consistently that I want you to avoid. Mistake number 1, shopping without a pre-approval. You're essentially guessing your budget here. When you fall in love with a place you generally can't afford, and it happens all the time. And you know what? It's a gut punch. Get pre-approved first and foremost. It costs you nothing and it tells you exactly what you're working with. Mistake number 2, only thinking about the mortgage. See, your mortgage is one line on the spreadsheet, but you need to add in condo fees, property taxes, utilities, and maintenance. That's the full picture. I've seen buyers completely forget about condo fees on a unit that costs $800 a month on top of their monthly mortgage. Run the full monthly numbers before you ever commit. Know your budget, know your full costs, and then go shopping. Here's the bottom line: 5 programs and real money. The stack for first-time homebuyers is bigger than it's ever been. The FHSA, the Homebuyers Plan, land transfer tax rebates, the tax credit, and now the new GST HST rebates on new construction. The government has essentially put tools on the table that can genuinely change the financial equation of buying your first home. Here's what I've seen in 16 years of doing this. The people who win aren't the ones who know the programs exist. They're the ones who know exactly how to use them together and stack them together for their income, their timeline, and their situation. And if you want help putting your plan together, you can book a discovery call with me through the link in the description below. We can discuss your situation step by step. My name is Shameer Arain. Thanks for watching.